What if I told you that no Pakistani actually wants to leave their home, but despite that, millions of Pakistanis still do? Welcome to the silent heartbreak of forced migration. You see, at the end of the day, no matter where you travel and how often you travel, Pakistan will always be home. Its streets, playing cricket with random people, the food, the atmosphere, laughing with your family, a sense of community and belonging, the laid back atmosphere. You just feel at peace when you're back in Pakistan. And despite all of this, each year, hundreds of thousands are forced to leave. Why would they leave if everything is so good back home? You see, it's not out of choice. People leave to have a better life, to have better education. If they have kids, to have a better life for their kids, to make money because finances are bad. There's no real opportunities back home. I mean, people graduating from the best universities like LUMS are making 1 lakh, 2 lakh a month, which is not really adequate for survival. People living abroad are making money to not only support themselves, but also to send it back to their families. But in the back of their mind, they're always thinking, man, I wish I could just be back home. Looking at the statistics, last year in 2024 alone, over 700,000 people left Pakistan to seek jobs abroad. This does not even include the majority of the student population. Since 2008, over 10 million people have left Pakistan, and these are some of the smartest, brightest people leaving our country. And by the way, I was one of these people. I left back in 2016 with the sole purpose of getting an education, getting a job, making money so I can support myself and my family. If you are someone right now who is thinking to move abroad for a better life, for better opportunities, I understand you because I was there too. But please think about it very carefully. Think about why you're moving. Think about if it's sustainable. The sad reality is when you go abroad, you go to US, Canada, UK, Australia, wherever it is you go, you sort of get stuck in that mundane life. I mean, day to day life is the same. Excitement is very minimal. You're working probably a 9 to 5. If you come as a student, you have debt that you then have to pay off. There's a lot of variables at play. And, for me personally, I've come here, I've been doing well for myself, but in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, how can I go back to Pakistan? And every year, the one thing I look forward to the most is that one time of the year, maybe in the winter, where I can go back and see my family. I don't get to spend any time with my brothers anymore. I don't get to spend any time with my parents anymore because I'm away from them besides once a year. So I'm always thinking that's what I'm looking forward to the most. And most people that move are when they're young and they're looking to chase their dreams and go after something crazy. I'm telling you, please don't fall for this dream they're selling you, the American dream or whatever else dream. It's not the reality. I'm telling you as a fact, even living here, when I interact with other Pakistanis, especially the ones who are older, who have got into their 30s and 40s, I'm telling you, it looks like the life has been sucked out of their bodies. They have no souls anymore. You go to dawats, gatherings, barbecues, lunches, same old conversation. जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम, क्या हाल है? काम सही जा रहा है? जी जी बिल्कुल. बच्चे सही हैं? जी जी बिल्कुल. जी जी, thank you, thank you. नमाज पढ़ने. There's no excitement. These people have no energy, no soul, because they've dedicated all their young years, all their effort, all their energy into making money, going through the system, getting into debt, and always have deprived themselves of that one thing they wanted, which is just to be back home with their people, with their culture, playing on the streets, laughing, being that child again that we all have inside us. But we leave that to get into the rat race, to go after all of these things just so we can support people back home. Over time, once you have kids and your parents pass away, it's going to happen. Everyone's parents are going to pass away. You then don't even have an incentive to go back home. And now instead of paying for your own flight, you're paying for 3 people's, 4 people's flights. And most people can't afford that. So what happens? They stop going. They stop going back. 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, soul sucked. Don't let that be you, because that is the path 99% of us go down when we move abroad. Let me throw out some more statistics for you just looking at my other screen over here. So I read Gallup's 2023 data, and it showed that over 60% of Pakistanis who move do so because of low earnings at home. So it's financially motivated move. Okay. Now looking at the 2024 data, over 75% of people who moved were not even students. These are blue collar workers. These are some of our best, smartest people who are leaving the country, leaving all the katra back home. Okay. And as of 2023, looking at the Gallup data again, 10.8 million Pakistanis have migrated since the 1990s. This is the sixth largest globally of any country of people leaving their home countries. Now let's get down to some of the sentimental data over here. Looking at Gallup again, from the people who have moved, over 75% said they would have rather stayed after moving. 75%. And looking at another December 2024 survey, it reported that from the youth population, these are people from the ages of 18 to 34, 74% want to remain in Pakistan and help build the nation. But even those are forced to leave. Okay, all that being said, I don't want this video to just be the doom and gloom of the reality of the situation. You know, I'm sure a lot of you people are feeling the same things that I'm feeling. But what if I told you that you could flip that script? You could stay in your country with the culture, the family, and all the things that you want, and still earn the money that you want to earn. Now, let me ask you all a question, right? A lot of you say you're patriotic Pakistanis. You love your country. You're so patriotic. You know, you follow all the cricket matches and then you're cheering for them. But all of you guys are actually full of shit. None of you are patriotic. No overseas Pakistani is patriotic unless they are amongst the 1% who are actively making an effort to regain their culture, to try to make an effort to go back home, to make sure their kids are immersed in the Pakistani culture, and to make sure that they're trying to help the country financially in some way. When it comes to kids, this is the biggest thing I see. Immigrant parents migrated here in the 90s. They have kids. They can't go back very often. So the kids are automatically less Pakistani, less patriotic. They don't really care about Pakistan. Now, when those kids, who are, by the way, now in that pool, they're in their late 20s, having kids, what do you think is going to happen to that second, third generation child? They will not give two fucks about Pakistan. उनको तो उर्दू भी नहीं आएगी, अंग्रेजी में गल्लां कर रहे होंगे, because they don't have any association to the country. How is that patriotic from you? How have you let that happen as an overseas Pakistani? It is your responsibility to now fix that. Not only for your country and because you claim you're a patriotic person, but also for your own mental health. If you actually want to be happy, you actually want to go back home and do something, do it. You live in a digital age. There are ways to make it happen. And this should be one of your biggest motivations. So there are several paths you can go by. Obviously, I don't think that earning in rupees in Pakistan is very sustainable unless you're doing a very niche, high ticket thing. It's not very sustainable just working a job. Currency is bad. You're not going to get paid that much. So what are the options? Freelancing. You can freelance and earn money in dollars. Learn a high income skill. Coding, digital marketing, ads, etc., so that you can earn through freelancing and you can have clients abroad. This is one thing. Secondly, for the people who have already moved abroad, overseas Pakistanis, while you're at your 9 to 5, especially if you're working remotely like I am, find a way and put your full effort into starting some sort of small scale business, ideally a SaaS product or a digital service that you can earn with, that gives you location, freedom, and autonomy so that you can then live wherever you want to live. That is the other option, which is very feasible for people living abroad. If you are in Pakistan, another option is to, I have some friends doing this, educate people to apply for courses, programs, give tutoring courses and all of that, where people will actually pay you a lot of money for these things. Having your own business is the key because it allows you to have that sort of freedom. You can also go completely away from this and say, I don't want to live a highly luxurious life. Like, I don't need to earn $10,000 or $20,000 a month. I can just earn $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 and get by living minimally. Then that is very doable even in Pakistan. So you have to make that decision. But the point is, actively make that decision. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck in that rat race of earning in dollars abroad and you're never going to be able to come back. It's going to be too late. So try to do it as soon as possible. Now, if this message upset you or you hate me for giving this message, good, I'm very glad. It should upset you because it should wake you up. It should wake you up that you have a responsibility as a Pakistani and that you can actually move back home if you put in a little bit of effort and try to do it. Leaving should not be the only option. Staying should be your first choice if you have not left yet. Because no one truly wants to leave, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows when you do leave. So stay empowered. You never have to, especially if you're self-employed. If you can find a way to be self-employed, then the doors open up for you. If this hits home, or if you're already earning remotely, if you're already managed to figure out this process like a lot of Pakistanis have, share your story below. I'd be curious to see how you did it, and maybe you can help others do it as well. One of my biggest motivations for this YouTube channel and for my own business that I have started and where I'm trying to earn remotely is so that I can move back to Pakistan. So hit subscribe to follow along the journey and share more stories along the way as well. And thank you. Till next time. Khuda Hafiz.